Hey guys, it's Allie and Jen from Michigan Another Mayhem.
Just over a year ago, Allie asked me if I wanted to create a podcast.
And we had no idea what we were doing.
Luckily, we chose Anchor as our platform.
It's a free, and there are creation controls that allow you to record and edit your podcast right on your phone.
You just have to press a couple buttons. Just a couple buttons.
I know. I don't want to do the beep. Anchor distributes your podcast so that it can be heard on other platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
It does that for us. It also provides us with the opportunity to make money right away.
It's everything you need in one place.
Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
It's as easy as that, what we did right there.
All right, but next time I get to pick what we do.
I know, I wanted to surprise you. You trooper.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks. Hello, and welcome to Michigan Another Mayhem, the show about Michigan, murder, mysteries, histories, and other mayhem from around the world. Your hosts are Allie
and Jen.
Okay, Jen, let's do this thing. All right, we're back, bitches. It's Allie.
What? It's Jen.
So Jen,
I like how you pointed at me.
I did
hey, that's you. Hey,
the other one.
It's been a while.
It's me, then you.
You might have forgotten your name.
Just in case. So what did you do while we were apart?
I slept.
Did you?
I did school. It's school. Nothing exciting.
My husband worked crazy ass hours, so I was by myself. I did get caught up on my podcast. I did remove some true crime podcasts. I was like, no, you make me 1,000 times anxious. I added some podcasts that I like to listen to. I got the stomach flu.
Yeah, you almost died.
I almost died, and then your brothers had it for the last few days. And we've only been married for a few years, but we've been together for like 9 years. But I've known him for 25.
How many years have you actually been married?
Okay, your genius brother got married on a date that'll make it easy to remember. We got married on 3/4/15.
Yeah, and because that's my parents' day after my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, I did this for you so you can remember, God, Ellie, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and if I get married, I need to go March 5th.
Yeah.
So we can be 3, 4, 5.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be. Yeah, and I saw your brother with the same stomach flu, but I had the stomach flu like weeks earlier. Now it's his turn. I've literally never seen him look like that. I mean, I've never seen him look like that. I was like, oh, he gonna die. I'm about to be a widower.
Checking his life insurance.
Yeah.
No, I texted him and told him. I gave him things so that he could focus on those.
Encouragement to live?
Yeah, for encouragement to live. Like, I need the hole on the side of my house patched up so the bees won't come in. I need housework done. Somebody's got to help me open the lake. I mean, these are all reasons to live. And then I thought about it and then texted him back later and said, well, maybe not. Maybe those weren't the good, but I do hope you live.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad, man. It was bad. And then I actually have 2 pieces of bad news. Okay. I lost 2 people. 2 more people died.
Oh.
One was a guy I went to high school with. His name was Vic. I don't want to say his last name just in case. The one thing that I always remember about Vic is my sister Poppy beat him up at junior high. I mean, she just handled his ass, and he's like a dog kid. But he actually committed suicide, and he was someone that was like well liked, well regarded, but he had his own personal struggles.
Yeah.
And when his funeral, which was just recent, within the last week or two, there was standing room only all the way out into the hall. I mean, that's how many people were missing and mourning him. And I suggest that if someone's struggling, you should call the suicide prevention hotline. Because I think that if he would have known how many people were missing him or something, it might have helped change his mind.
Yeah.
The other sad part is my cousin Brandy has a friend named Tammy. And I met with Tammy a few times. We partied a few times. She could party, let me tell you. But she was one of those people that was super funny. Like, you could be like, okay, we're going to set her in a room with like Satan and some demons, and she'll come out with friends. Like, you know what I mean? She's like super friendly, easy to get along with, really funny. She was actually crossing the street of Merriman, which is spelled Merriman, but it's pronounced Merriman. Merriman, I don't know if it was Merriman and Cherry Hill where she worked, but she was struck by a car and killed.
Oh.
That was just like last week. Yeah, and she was 49. I was like all bummed out. And Vic was only 47.
Wow.
So yeah, I was just like, why must we be mortals?
Right.
Yeah. So to make myself feel better, guess what my article is about?
What?
My very favorite TV show in the whole entire world. Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I fucking love Scooby-Doo. Yes, Scooby-Doo, where are you? What you got?
I have the murder of Kevin Bacon of Schwartz Creek on December 24th, 2019.
I'm not going to lie. When you're like, I want to do Kevin Bacon, I was like, oh shit, I just saw that. And why can't we not forget? Because his name is Kevin Bacon.
Right. And I bet you a lot of people Googled to see if the actor died.
I bet. So why don't you tell me about Kevin Bacon since that's a downer, and I'll tell you about Scooby-Doo because that's a fucking upper.
That is.
That's like a shot of meth right there.
And I'm back to my old games where I write things not in order.
Oh my gosh, I can
with
see.
numbers.
I see.
1, 2. So, yeah, bear with me.
You made like little blocks. This is block 3.
I tried to make it more organized. Like in 2020, I decided that, I'm going to block it off.
Nice.
So maybe I won't mess up.
Good luck.
Yep. So Kevin Bacon, age 25, was reported missing Christmas Day after he failed to attend a Christmas family breakfast. A search effort was started to look for Kevin. During the search, his vehicle was found in Clayton Township. His personal belongings were still in the car. Wallet, phone.
Oh,
everything's
shit.
there.
In 2020, if you find someone in there without their phone and they're not me, they've been kidnapped. If they're me, I forgot it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You can lose it when it's sitting next to you.
I literally can. And I can't tell you how many times I leave the house and I don't have it. And I just ask my husband, like, please tell me you have your phone so somebody can contact us.
When Kevin's roommate was questioned, it was found that Kevin had went to the Grindr dating app and connected with Mark, who lived about 23 miles away. They met up Christmas Eve night.
Oh, little Christmas Eve booty.
Right. On December 28th, police went to Mark Latunski's, Latunski,
Okay.
home in Mauricia Village.
Okay. It is now.
Yep, it is now. To do a welfare check on Kevin, as Mark's home was his last known whereabouts. This is when they found Kevin's naked body hanging from the ceiling.
I'm sorry, what? I guess I didn't realize that part.
Yeah.
So they go to do a welfare check at Mark's house?
Yep, for Kevin.
For Kevin. And they can see Kevin's body?
They go in and walk right in and he's right there hanging.
Holy hell.
Mark, age 50, confessed to killing Kevin. He stated he stabbed him in the back and then slit his throat, hung him by his ankles from the ceiling, cut his testicles off and ate them.
So mentally ill, because this is not
that's
not
normal.
the actions of a sane person.
Yeah. Mark is charged with open murder and 1 count of mutilation of a human body.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. It was said the police have had to deal with Mark before. Most recently on November 25th, a man wearing just a kilt had blood on his face running from Mark's home yelling help. The man didn't press charges, and Mark said he was just chasing him because he was wearing his expensive leather kilt.
What? So he's attacked other men before? This is not the first time you told me a story that a man had attacked. Oh, remember that guy didn't have a woman chained up in his basement?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Lord. Okay.
I know how to pick them.
Yep.
As of today, it is being reported Mark's body was found unresponsive in his jail cell and was taken to a local hospital on February 18th, and then he was released the next day. He was fine.
Oh, damn. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say it like that.
Yeah, right. Competency and forensic evaluations were approved, and further court hearings right now are on hold until those results are in.
That is nuts.
Yeah, crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo us.
So I remember seeing I'll scoop the shit out of us. I remember seeing an article about Kevin Bacon. I'm like, what? And that's when I'm like, oh, Kevin Bacon in Michigan. Okay, so I've got all my info from Wikipedia and Boredom Therapy. Did you know that Scooby-Doo, the original cartoon, was called Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And it first aired in September of 1969.
Well, that makes sense that would be the name because they say that all the time.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Over here, he says. And also, side note, not in my notes here, but I just happen to know that 1969 was the year that Sesame Street first came on the air.
Really?
Yeah. So the first show, the first episode, is called What a Night for a Night. I wrote, spoiler alert, Dr. Najim is the thief. The company Hanna-Barbera was looking to develop a cartoon without any violence that would appeal to the age group that also enjoyed Archie comics.
Okay.
Which actually, my daughter likes Archie comics. Well, she used to when she was younger.
Yeah.
So at first, they were looking to make a cartoon that featured a rock group that solved mysteries in their spare time with the help of their bongo-playing sheepdog.
Okay.
I know.
Scooby-Doo's far from this.
But I've seen episodes in which Scooby-Doo has played the bongos. I'm like, you guys couldn't let the fucking bongos go, could ya? But they eventually settled on the idea of 4 teenagers, 2 boys and 2 girls, and a Great Dane that drove around and solved crime at each stop. That's my favorite part. They updated the character names to Fred Jones, Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, and Norville Rogers. And everybody knows Norville Rogers as Shaggy.
Okay, because I was about to say, who's that?
Well, usually when people say it to me, like, oh, I really like Scooby-Doo, and I always say, do you know what Shaggy's real name is? Just to see, like, what level we're at.
When do they ever say it in the show?
They don't, hardly ever.
Okay.
Yes, and I just know this from being a Scooby-Doo fan, because the first time I heard that, because they do it, okay, they don't do it in the early episodes, but in the later, like, 2000s episodes, they mention his name, and I was just like, man, where were you guys all my life? But Shaggy, the way he looks and everything was modeled after this character Maynard from the TV show The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, which I don't think any of us have seen. It's an old black and white TV show. But the man that played Maynard, his name is Bob Denver, and he would later play Gilligan on the show Gilligan's Island. So,
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, once I know that, I can't see. Every time I look at Shaggy, I see Gilligan.
Yeah.
And even has like the little patch of hair that Maynard had, though, but the rest just looks like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So the dog went from being named Too Much, that's what they were going to name him, to Scooby-Doo.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God. And his name came from the scat type of singing that was done by Frank Sinatra at the end of one of his songs. He's like, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And they're like, yeah, that'll do. Mm-hmm. And so Scooby was originally voiced by Don Messick for 27 years. Wow. So Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Was a hot success, okay? It encouraged other cartoon makers to create other groups of teen solvers like Josie and the Pussycats, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels, along with Jabberjaw and Speed Buggy.
Yep, never seen any of those.
Okay, Jabberjaw is like the big old shark. He's a big shark. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
I'm so much older than you. Not that much.
No, I got nothing.
Right now you can see the gap, right? In 1972, Scooby's cartoon began to feature guest stars. Fellow cartoon sleuths Josie and the Pussycats and Speed Buggy were the episodes. Speed Buggy was a little Doom Buggy. He's like, no?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to have to do some Googling.
There were also the Harlem Globetrotters around Scooby-Doo.
I know who they are.
Okay, the Three Stooges.
Yep.
The Addams Family.
I'm on that.
Okay. By 1976, Scooby-Doo had a show together with Dynomutt called the Scooby-Doo Dynomutt Hour. And the following year, they had Scooby-Doo's All-Star Laugh Olympics airing. And the Laugh Olympics were contests between Scooby's crew, his crew is Shaggy and Scooby-Dum, and then 45 other Hanna-Barbera characters. I have a couple DVDs of the Laugh Olympics. Your brother likes that one. So, December of 1979... saw the introduction of my least favorite character, Scrappy-Doo. I hate that little fucker, Scrappy.
Oh,
and
I remember him.
With the slipping ratings, because now it's starting to go down. It's been 10 years. And in that same year, they released a primetime made-for-TV movie called Scooby Goes to Hollywood. Now, in the movie, Shaggy and Scooby are looking to get a TV series for Scooby made. And it includes appearances by television characters from shows like Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley's, Charlie's Angels, and the character Superman. Now, Christmas 1997, my roommate knew I liked Scooby-Doo and sees Scooby-Doo Goes to Hollywood, and she buys it for me. And I had never seen it. I'm jazzed. I was like, yeah, I'll watch this. I fucking love Scooby-Doo. It was horrible. And then I spent the entire time just trying to school my features so my roommate doesn't see that I look like I hate this. I hate every fucking moment of this. But afterwards, she was like, do you like it? And I was like, yes! Because I didn't want to tell her no. Because I just thought, it's not her fault. But the introduction of Scrappy, with the introduction of Scrappy, the other characters like Velma, Fred, and Daphne, they're removed. And the cartoon's mysteries that they solved were shortened to 7-minute blocks instead of the 30-minute. And this format lasted into the mid 1980s. By 1985, Scooby had started a series that lasted one season called The 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, which featured Shaggy, Scooby, Scrappy, and Daphne.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Nope.
Okay. And that was the first series, the first of the Scooby-Doo series that had supernatural aspects like ghosts that were actual ghosts and not adults breaking the law. So there's ghosts on there that's supposed to be ghosts.
Oh, I've never seen an episode that wasn't a person.
Okay, I own the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. And the one thing is, I saw someone say the other day, Scooby-Doo is the TV show that taught you that monsters aren't real, but adults are monsters. I was like,
yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So a show that's called A Pup Named Scooby-Doo came out in 1988.
I remember that.
I don't recall this. Really?
Yep.
Okay, so in it, Scooby's parents reveal that his real name is Scoopert. Lame as fuck, I thought. And that the town that the teens hail from is called Coolsville.
That's cool.
That's lame as fuck.
That's cool.
The show stopped airing new episodes in 1991, and for the first time, there was a break in making new Scooby content, and this lasted until 1988. So during the time between 1990, that went from 69 to 91. So between 91 and 98, there were changes in the voice actors. Casey Kasem, who was the voice of Shaggy, quit the show in 1995 when executives insisted he perform a Burger King commercial, knowing that Casey is a strict vegetarian. He's like, I'm not going to do a Burger King commercial. They're like, you have to. He's like, I quit then.
Yeah.
So Don Messick, the voice of Scooby, he was Scooby for 29 years, died in 1997. Or he was 27 years. And Fred Welker, who is Frank Welker, and I kept messing it up when I was typing the thing, because he's Frank and he does Fred's voice.
Yeah.
He's been the only person out of all the characters to do the voice for the last 50 years. However, in A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, there is someone else that plays the voice of preteen Ted. So he's done all the Fred. He's done. I don't know why I said Ted. He's done all the Fred voices of Fred as a teenager and older, but the baby Fred was done by somebody else. And I'm like, that's fair.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So beginning again in 1998, Scooby-Doo and the entire gang featured in direct-to-TV movies. The first one was Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, and it followed the idea that the members of the Mystery Incorporated, the group, that they were getting together again after being apart for a few years. And I thought that is cute because they have been apart.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
That is.
And they were working against cat people who practice voodoo, which made it a little darker. And it was actually like a little bit, there was a couple times Ariana and I were watching it because, my kid likes Scooby-Doo. We're watching, I'm like, oh shit, this shit's dark. So What's New Scooby-Doo began airing in 2002. And that was the year that William Hanna from Hanna-Barbera died.
Okay.
And it aired until 2006. And since then, there's been at least one direct-to-TV movie a year. And there's been 2 new TV series starring all 5 members.
Okay.
All right. Now I want to give you some fun facts because I could tell you how Scooby-Doo is interlaced with Michigan. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Casey Kasem, the most famous voice of Shaggy, was born Kamal Amin Kasim in Detroit, Michigan. Casey was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, leaving him unable to speak in his final months of life. In 2013, Casey's second wife, Jean, was not allowing his children access to their father. And Casey's children and their stepmother battled for custody. And at one point, Jean had moved Casey, claiming he's no longer in the United States. But he was found in Washington State in 2014. And his daughter was awarded guardianship. And then the fight is continuing, right? With both sides hurling accusations at each other until Casey passed away in 2014.
That's sad.
It was the saddest fucking part of this whole Scooby-Doo thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So, on the TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a group of characters refer to themselves as the Scooby Gang. And they battle supernatural monsters on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right? In 2002 and 2004, they made 2 live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who played Buffy on the TV series, also played Daphne Blake in the movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so the characters and the ideas, right, of Mystery Incorporated can be found in the movies Lego Movie 2, the second part, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, in Wayne's World. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, Wayne's World had these pretend alternate endings. They're like pulling people's hats off. They're like, look, it's really, yeah.
Yep.
That's all Scooby, where you pull it off and you show it somebody you know. So the shows that parodied Scooby Doo were numerous. I couldn't even list them all. But some are Mad, South Park, Arthur, Futurama, and Teen Titans Go! Exclamation point. So remember when Casey Kasem quit the show due to his vegetarian beliefs?
Yep.
He came back 5 years later when they made Shaggy a vegetarian. And believe it or not, I noticed it. Well, I noticed it, but I didn't realize that's what they did, because they go to a restaurant and the waitress asks Shaggy, what can I get you? And he says, I'll take a vegetarian pizza. And I was like, you could have just said pizza. I wonder why they added the vegetarian part. Yeah, because they made him vegetarian. Yeah. So, Scooby's parents are named Mamadou, lame, Dadadoo, lamer. And Scooby is actually part of a triplet. His brother, Doobie-Doo, is a pop star. Sounds like he'd be high all the time because his name is Doobie. But anyway. And Skippy-Doo is a computer geek.
All right.
Yeah. So Don Messick, which was Scooby's original voice, was also the voice of Jellystone, Yogi.
Yep.
Ranger Rick. He was the voice of Ranger Rick. Astro from the Jetsons.
Oh, I love the Jetsons.
Watch the Jetsons and you'll see that Scooby and Astro actually have the same fucking voice. And Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
Wow.
And he was Papa Smurf and a lot of other things. I just didn't list them all. But yeah, that's Scooby-Doo, my very favorite TV show. Contact us at Anchor or Michigan and Other Mayhem at gmail.com or on Facebook to join the conversation, listen to the podcast, or correct us when necessary. Rate and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast provider. Bye-bye now.